Hi everybody, it is me from the future. I just wanted to pop in and say a super huge thank you to Anna, Isabel, Imogen, Sierra, Stephanie, Lily Mae, Tina, and Janina for joining my Patreon. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I am so blessed to have such wonderful patrons and such a wonderful community over there. So thank you guys for joining me. And without further ado, here's the video. Thanks guys. Hi witches. So today's video is going to be a little bit like more informal. I kind of call these my talky videos. I really wanted to chat about a question that I get like semi-frequently, and that is like how to get in touch with your intuition, or if I have any advice about that. I will be the first to admit that I don't always have the best relationship with my inner voice, with my intuition. I suffer from like a lot of anxiety, and I feel like that might be relatable to some people. So it's really hard for me to listen to my inner voice because I'm constantly second guessing myself, like, oh, that can't be true, oh, you're wrong about that, you know, like you're making this up, it's all in your head. Like I really kind of like gaslight myself into not listening to my inner voice, which is something that I am continuously working on as a practitioner and just like as a human being. So if that sounds relatable, like just know that you're not alone. Like first of all, like before I go any further in this video, I totally get it. And I'm continuously working to deepen and further my relationship with my like inner voice and my intuition. But I do have some tips and some things that really kind of helped me, like two main things that really have helped me. So the first one is meditation, and really like thinking about and engaging in stillness, which is something that is very hard for me. I base a lot of my self-worth on like what I can produce and like how I can benefit other people, that I just like constantly feel like I have to keep going and have to keep going. And it's really hard for me to like slow down and sit and just like listen, right? So I make an effort to try to have a moment of stillness at least once a day. I do that with my daily yoga practice, which is amazing. So at the end of that, I kind of just have a moment of stillness where I check in with myself and really just listen and open myself up to the universe for any messages that might be coming through to me. I know that seems a little bit woo-woo, but let me remind you, we are talking about witchcraft here. So I like to embrace a little bit of that magic on a daily basis. Really like clearing your mind and any like, I don't know, like feelings you might have about having feelings, you know, like feeling guilty over being angry and stuff like that. Like kind of letting that fall to the wayside, which is by no means an easy task, let me tell you. Like I totally get it, but just kind of surrendering to that has really helped me like listen to myself and understand what I need in that day. So I'm trying to live in a more intuitive way, and allow it to guide me. So in that, like if I feel like I need to rest, like I will actually do it. Or if I feel really energetic and really creative, I will channel that energy into something creative that's fun for me and great for my mental health, instead of letting that creativity and like playfulness or whatever I might be experiencing fall to the wayside, in order for me to like do something more mundane and like something that I could do later, like chores or something, you know what I mean? So I'm really trying to allow that to kind of guide my life a little bit more. Now I do, on the other side of that, I feel like I tap into my intuition a little bit easier when I have tools. So I don't know. I feel like this is gonna come off like a brag, and I'm not trying to come off like that, like at all. But in the last like month, when I did all of my patron tarot readings, I like got like back several messages that were like, I don't know how you knew this about my life, but like thank you for like just like calling me out on that. And I really blame the honesty of my cards on the Morrigan being my matron and the deity who has really worked with me the most on my divinatory practice, let's say. So apologies, but I call them like I see them, right? But I really find that like my connection to these tools helps me to really connect with my intuition. And I think that having that tactile guide is really helpful for me, especially as an earth sign, but generally as like a tactile learner. So pendulum, like using my pendulum and my tarot cards are really my go-tos. But I do encourage you guys to find the method that works best for you, whether that be scrying, whether that is tarot, or maybe an oracle deck that you feel really called to, or maybe doing scrying in wax or a flame, perhaps, whatever that might be for you. I encourage you guys to find that method that works and really like just embrace it. And like I don't know, sometimes I second guess myself when it comes to readings that I'm doing, or, you know, I'm like, did the pendulum really like swing that way? Shouldn't second guess myself so much. So it's definitely something I still work on. But also connecting with your intuition, I think, can be super fun. So I've done a couple little like exercises that have helped me. So beyond meditating and like using different tools to help you connect, of course, there is a really fun thing, and I did this with some of my my coven mates. So I was at a metaphysical store and I like intuitively shopped for them. This person, like, when I think of this person, what am I drawn to? Is it like a crystal? Is it an herb blend? What do they need? Like, what would they like appreciate in their practice at this point? So I really love intuitively shopping for others. And this, like, again, that was like specifically witch stuff, which was so fun. So if you have a witch friend, maybe like do that. Even if it's an internet friend, like maybe you guys can like do that for each other and like swap stuff. Or otherwise shopping for yourself at a metaphysical store to like find that next tool that will ultimately benefit your practice. I just like really encourage you guys to treat yourselves. I don't know, I'm feeling, my Taurus moon is feeling very like material today. If that is not accessible to you necessarily, I also love that game of like intuitively guessing what a card is going to be from a deck of cards, or maybe a tarot deck that you're holding without like revealing it to yourself. I just like, you know, taking that time to like have the exercise of holding the card, closing your eyes, and really feeling the energy and letting those energies flow, and relying on your intuition to give you information about what, you know, the task at hand. I love that exercise. I think it's really fun, and I always like kind of surprise myself, like weirdly, like sometimes it's a little spooky. I'm just like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. So I love that game as well. And then of course, like journaling and self-reflection when doing these activities, so that way you can notice patterns when it comes to how you best connect with your intuition and what helps you the most. And maybe even tracking your growth in your intuitive journey. That is just like some advice that I have just from my own personal practice. I would definitely say that I'm still learning and growing my own relationship with my intuition as well. So it's something that we are in a journey together on. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.